Vicky here with you, and I'm super excited because I finally finished most of the albums that I was making, and but there's still one to make because I wanted to share with you guys how I made it. So I didn't put it together. So my albums, basically, if we're looking at this cute little one, I used some envelopes to make them, and there's a button closure with an elastic, and then when you open it up, you've got some envelopes here, and I've put little sentiments in there, and here you got a little memo pad, you got a little calendar, there's a little pocket in here to put extra stuff should you want to, and see, there's another little pocket here, and there's a pen, a Sarasa pen from Zebra. They're wonderful pens. So these are all completed, and they will be given out to my colleagues, and there's 2 of these little booklets in my Etsy store. If you're interested, you can check out in the description below the link to my Etsy store. So this is another one, more masculine look. Then there's this one, which I think is just adorable with the lace. And then there's this one. I'm not opening them all up because basically it's all the same in the inside, right? So this, and then this one, and then that one, and finally this one. So those are the ones that have been made. And I just saw Kylie Koo do junk, use it or lose it. This was one of my challenge for use it or lose it type of junk, because of the fact that I have so many envelopes and I want to find ways to use them. So by doing this, I was using 2 big envelopes, then some envelopes here, some envelope there, an envelope for the pocket that you can find here. So basically lots of envelopes, and I thought that was really cool. But then she came up with this amazing idea of using envelopes for gift wrapping. And I thought this was very cool. So what I did is I made myself some out of big envelopes, and basically I'll be able to put in my gift in there, like so, and then just thread the ribbon through like this, and this, tie it, and then I put in the back some little embellishments. I'm not sure if you guys are okay. I've put in the back some embellishments, and I've had these little gift tags like forever, and I hadn't used them, so I thought this was a great idea to use them. So I made quite a lot of these, but I left one out so I could show it to you guys. So this is another one with the embellishment, and I've cut the ribbon already. Cute little snowman with green, and I kind of color coordinated them. So some silver with some blue, and then a big snowflake, and then this one, which is more rustic with the little moose, and then this one here. And it was a great way of using little scraps of papers and stickers that I've had also for years and didn't use, so I was really excited. And then I had 2 envelopes of this color, which was great, so I use it this way and then that way. Okay, so I'll show you first how I made the envelope, and then I'll share with you how I made the little altered notebook. So for the envelope, it's very, very easy. The first thing I did is I cut out some paper to hide the little window and the stamp, because I didn't want that to show. And then what I did is I used my scissors. I've had these like forever. They're Fiskar, and I don't use them, and I really should, but I don't. It's like anything else, right? You have stuff, and you use it for a while and then you just forget about it, and then you go on to the next thing, right? So I was really happy because this challenge gave me the opportunity of using stuff that I would not have used otherwise. So once this was done, I used some tape, and I didn't bring my my TG gun, so we'll use this tape. Yeah. And I'm sorry if you're hearing my husband yelling at the kids, because he's yelling throughout the house, and he's forgetting that you had to leave the garage door open because there's something, there's water in that he's using from the garage. So the timing really sucked for my video, but I really wanted to finish this off because this video should air on the 25th of December. So Merry Christmas to everyone. I wish you all the best. I really hope that you will enjoy time with your family. And for those of you that don't celebrate Christmas, if you've got other holidays that you're celebrating, well, happy holidays to you, and all the best as well. So here we go. And then I just kind of fold it, not too much, just a tad, because if I fold it too much, then the book is not going to fit. So it has to fit, and I have to be able to do some holes. So I'm using my We Are Memory Keeper hole punch, and I opened up the little window so I can actually see where I'm punching. So here is the punch, and I just realized I forgot to bring, I put a little label on them just so that you could actually see who it belonged to. I have another one of those little tags. Can't pull this off. This is too weird. Okay, so one of the little tags, and voila, you've got a really cute little way of wrapping your present, and it's using some envelopes. So I'm very, very excited about this, because this way I get to use more of my envelopes, which was the whole point of doing this. So I'm very, very excited about it. Okay, so let's put this away because we won't be needing this, and let's look at how I made the actual book. So here are the pieces, and what I did is I jelly printed some envelopes like you just saw me use. One I put smaller than the other because I wanted it to be inside and I could use this as a pocket. What I did as well is I put, initially I wanted this to be able to hang on the fridge, but it didn't work out that way. So but I still wanted something to be sturdy so somebody could write on it. So this is going to go in this big pocket. What I did as well is I cut down, this is the inside of envelopes. So basically I've used, I put them inside out so that it would be prettier on here. And to make this, it's the same thing. It's an envelope, and I put a cardboard in there. And then I put some memo paper, and I've made a little tuck spot here, and put the calendar. And this is held with this. So basically, once the memo pad is finished, they can put other paper on it. So I thought that was a clever way, because this way they can use it over and over again. So now to make this, I need to find some tape that I like. I basically use some duct tape because it's very strong, and it holds better. I'm wondering, nah, I'm not liking that. So maybe I'll use this instead. Oh. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to be using this. Okay, so what I did is did it exactly like this. Turn it over. I'm using some scissors that have been used to cut a lot of stuff, so this way I'm not ruining new ones. This I'll just tear. And this reinforces the this part of the envelope, so that when I'm actually putting the eyelet and the button, it's a lot stronger. So let's just close this off. Oh shit, that's what I was forgetting. I thought there was something I was missing. I did that too for one of them, but I did it way later, and that was not good. So you're actually seeing me make the same mistake again. Okay, so this here has to be inside this envelope, but because I don't want it to move, I'm just gonna tape it to the inside of the envelope. This way it's gonna stay put and it won't move. Okay, so just taping it this way, and sticking it inside. Let's open this up. So just putting it right on the inside, just so that it's stronger, right? And then we can close this back up. So this way, and then that, and then do this. Okay, so this is stuck. And on this side, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to also do the tape. And I always eyeball it, and it doesn't always turn out perfect, but I think that still gives it a bit of charm because it's handmade, right? So turn this over. That, and I must have taken the worst scissors that I have in my stash. I really have to clean those up because they really suck. Okay, so close this off. Okay, so that's this is going to be the front, and this is going to be the back. Now, for this, I need to put my button in. So I have a few buttons, but I'm thinking this one would be really cute. So I'm going to use some thread. I don't need all that much, but I need to to have enough so I can actually thread this. And my button is going to go this way, so I need to make holes. So this is 9, so 4.5 is the middle. And so I'm going to go here, just pierce it through, and here, pierce it through. And just thread through this. You don't have to do a lot of it, but you want it to be, whoops, I put the button upside down. I didn't realize there was a way, but there's a little crown. I don't want the little crown to be upside down. So this way, thread it through. Hold this because you don't want to lose it. Then go back in. And of course, that always happens to me. Thank God it's a big needle, so I don't need glasses to actually put it back in. So, like so. So then once you've done that, you just tie it very strongly and cut off the excess. Okay, and then I always put my needle back because otherwise I lose it and I can't find it for the life of me. Okay, so this is going to be my button closure, and now I need to do the eyelet in the middle, in the back. Trying to find the black one. So this one I usually eyeball with the other that I just made, and we'll say want it here. So use my crocodile to do this, and then close it. So now it's closed. It's not quite perfect, but it's okay. And then I thought I had one of those tiny little elastics, but I don't seem to have any. Hoping this is gonna thread through. What I did is I cut them, and have trouble with this. I would have been better off with the tiny little elastics. Need something to push it through. Technically, once some of it has gone through, it should be easier. Okay, so we got it through. Usually I use the smaller ones, and these big ones I'm going to need for the pen holder, but I didn't bring them with me, so this will have to do. And because it's so big, for sure it's not going to go anywhere once you've closed this like so. Okay, so that's one part of it. Now on the other one, we need to do the same thing for the edge, just because it looks cleaner and nicer. But this one is a lot easier because there's no buttons to sew. The only thing is I need to remember to put in my and because I'm telling you this, I will probably forget, I need to put in the pen holder, because otherwise it's not going to work. Close this off. This here. Okay. So one more edge. And it allows me to cover that big white space. I still have to do something here, but that I take care of once it's been sewn together. Because those envelopes are sewn together. And I use some gloss, this gloss medium to protect it, but at the same time, because I'm using that, it makes it sticky, and it's harder for my machine, so I'm trying not to do that anymore. And so I stitch it before I put the top part of it. Okay, so close this off this way and that way, and then I can just put this here, figure out where gonna fold, kind of fold it this way. Now I want the thing for my pen to be holding like somewhere around here. So what I do is I remove this part of the elastic again, and this time what I did to make it, to hold it, is I use a stapler. And I've bought myself one of those used ones, which is perfect when you're doing work that's like further down on a project, and I really love it. I saw Sugar use one of them, and I thought it was really, really neat. So I spoiled myself and bought one on Amazon. And it's very fun to use and perfect for this type of work. Okay, so now this is done. Now the other part that I need to do before I forget is to put this, tuck this in before I close off the envelope, because once I've glued them together I won't be able to put this in, right? So this here, I just want it to line up to here. So what I did, you can actually do that. This doesn't really matter that it's bigger because of the fact that it's gonna glue on the other envelope, right? So it's all good. So it's a pretty fast project once you've done, like, prepared all your parts. It doesn't take that long. Seems like it took me forever, but it's because I wasn't working full time on this, and so you want it close to the edge so that you can use it. And then what you do is you put in some tape here so that it actually stick to the other envelope. Okay, so here, line this up because we want this edge to be good. We don't want big gaps, and then just do that. So now you've got your pocket here. Okay, and this is going to be stitched, so that's all good. And then you just need to do the same thing here. Put some tape, and I usually cover the button. This way it makes it stronger as well. And just tape it shut. Now you've got your book. So all we need to do now is stitch it, and I'll do that right now and be right back once the stitching has been done. Okay, so now it's been stitched. You can see the stitching all around and here, and this makes it stronger, so it's not going to fall apart. It's really going to stay together. Now we can actually do something about this top part, which is not very attractive and not very pretty, and make it all pretty. I should have moved these. Well, I put a little table beside me, but now it's in the way of getting to my paints. Not an easy task. Okay, so I'm thinking maybe something like this, so that it's a bit, and I just realized I forgot, I don't know where I put my apron, my other apron. I had one, I did something to it, and it's disappeared on me. Okay, so let's use this one. Haven't seen me use this one yet. I like the skeleton one, but the little spider web will do. Okay, so let's put some of this here. And what I did, because I don't want it too, I just wanted a bit, right? So I'm just doing it with a little sponge. On the inside, I'm not putting any Liquitex, and the reason why is because when I'm sticking down the envelopes after to hold the little tags and stuff, it made it very difficult because it was all glossy, and it wouldn't stick. So it really sucked, and I didn't appreciate that at all. So I learned my lesson, and I'm not doing that anymore. So let's just put a bit more, just because I can. Not that a lot of it is going to show, but still. Okay, so turn this over, and now comes the fun time of embellishing this and doing what you want to the top. And you can see it's a fairly fast project. It's nothing super long or complicated. It's more the thinking of the idea, actually, that I would say is the biggest challenge on, because I was thinking that I really wanted to use envelopes, but I wasn't quite sure what I could make that people could actually use and enjoy. Hopefully they'll enjoy this. I hope so. I worked hard on them, so hopefully they'll do something with them. I figured, you know, it might be something that they can use in their entrance way when you walk in the door and you need to have a little pad of paper to take notes and whatever on. That could be fun. So that's what that was my thinking. I don't want to waste this yummy paint, so let me just put this. I haven't done a journaling out of the box for a long time, and that's something I want to do again. It's been on the back of my mind. Just okay, so hopefully this, guys, has been instantaneous for you guys. But my memory card got full, so I had to stop, go and empty it out, and come back. So I'm back. So I finished using up my paint. Now I'm ready to do something on this. I have this beautiful napkin that I thought was going to be, that might be cute on this. Because it has Texas stuff. So it might be very pretty. I'm not sure about the Eiffel Tower. I'm not digging it. So I'm thinking maybe this. Here and here. Maybe something like that. The image that I found that I liked was from a stamp set that I haven't used yet. And what I did is I stamped it on the back of, there was a page in a book that had empty space. And since the book paper is all yellowed, I thought it was going to be really cool on this. And the little sentiment I chose for this is, a house is made of walls and beams, a home is made of love and dreams. And I thought that was very cool. And I'm thinking that this would be cool on there. Maybe not that one. Right, the text paper. I don't really want the image. Maybe that. And some more of that. Maybe something like this. I think that would be kind of cool. Maybe I can use this on the back. And have more here. Okay, so it's gonna be something like this. Just gonna, and what I like is using this kind of protects it as well, right? So, okay, I used my brush before and didn't wash it. Now it's all stuck. Thank God I'm using these cheap brushes because I'm the worst. I really am. I really suck at taking care of brushes. I get busy and life happens and then I forget about them and they get all messy. So in the back we said something like this. And maybe something like this. For the front, something like this. Kind of like that it goes over the edge a bit and it's not completely, you know, it goes here. And then I can put this here. And finally, put this here. Okay, so this is done. Let's dry this off. And then once it's dried off, we can do the inside. So you see, it's not a long project. If you've done all your jelly printing and all you need to do is this part, it goes fast. My big issue was the fact that I was making so many of them, and I didn't want them all to be the same because I find that kind of boring. So that's where it got hard. Okay, so then I'm going to use some beeswax because I don't want this to be all sticky. Plus it gives it a nice shine, which I really like. Kind of finishes it off. Okay, so this is the outside. Now for the inside of this book, we have this, we have that. I wanted you guys to see for the little envelopes, what I did is I used one of my little circle punch, and I just punched just a little notch. I know there's I think there's actually punches done for that, but I have a circle punch and it does the job, and I don't have to spend extra money on that, so that's all good for me. This I put, oh, this one I put tape already on it because I wanted to use a big tape. So just remove that. And put it here. And then tape on those. And like I'd mentioned in the first video where I showed a prototype of it, I was thinking that these little pockets would be good for putting little bills. But I didn't want to leave them empty, so that's why I'm putting little little folders. Like if you have little index cards, those are the little dividers that go for the little index cards. Okay, so, and I've already pre-stamped these. This one says, the best and most beautiful things in the world can't be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart. It's Ellen Keller that said that. And this one is, you've got to dance like there's nobody's watching, love like nobody, like you'll never be hurt, sing like there's nobody listening, and live like it's heaven on earth. And that's from William W. Perky. And these are from Crafter's Companion, if I'm not mistaken. Stamps that I have. So I'm just putting these in just so that there's a little something in there and it's not empty, but I wanted the pockets to have these little windows, so if you tuck stuff in you can actually see it. So here's my little pocket inside, and here's the finished look. And I really love how it turned out. I just need to put my signature stamp on there, and voila, all finished. So if you have liked this, do please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave me comments. I will be putting the junk, it's the junk or junk use it or lose it hashtag, because that was part of that event. It just took me forever to finish it, but I did use the last technique that she shared, so I'm really happy about that. So that's it. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. And I really wish all the best to you and your family. Bye, folks.